Welcome to FRK321 Intrim Acquisitions. The specific outcome. You should be able to account for all aspects relating to interim acquisitions when preparing group statements. When does interim acquisitions originate? When an interest in a subsidiary has been acquired during the current financial year. In other words, not at the beginning or not at the end of the financial year. Example, you've got the beginning, end of the year, and then the acquisition of the subsidiary happens somewhere in between in that year. Please note that you must check your dates carefully because this will have an influence on your calculation of your different profits. The allocation of the subsidiary's profit for the current year should then be made to determine which part of the profit originated before acquisition and what part of that profit originated after acquisition date. The profit and loss for the year should be treated as if it accrued from day to day, in other words, evenly during the year, and should then be apportioned accordingly. There could be differences, and therefore we have to examine the income and expenditure in order to determine the basis on which each item should be apportioned between the period before and the period since acquisition. Certain items normally accumulate from day to day, in other words evenly, such as depreciation, rates and taxes, etc. Other items may be realized at a specific date or during a certain period. Examples are seasonal sales, directors' remuneration, interest or other specific items. Now, allocation of tax. Normal tax should follow the income or the expense item, and therefore that tax should be allocated in the same period as that income or expense item has been allocated. Thank you. See you in class.